Hello and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us for just a moment. My name is Whitney Clark, and I want to be first to welcome you to the Awakening Detroit. It is my pleasure and my privilege to share with you this moment where we come together and put back into perspective the different components of our lives. And I'm so honored that you'd spend a moment with me because this is a space that we have set aside to come together and encourage each other, uplift each other, um, really be that support that oftentimes we don't see. And it's so important that we realize we are in an age, a time where we've got to literally create the outlets, the groups, the environments that we want to see. And so thank you for being a part of this space, for being a part of this moment where we are coming together and we are working through the different challenges that we face as we try to maintain and strengthen our mental health. And so thank you again for being a part of the awakening. You know, every time that we come together, we share this theme and we center our hearts and our minds around a theme. And today's theme is so exciting, and you know that we won't be together very long. So let's just jump right in. Today's theme is it's not over. It's not over. But as is our custom, before we jump into this awakening moment, we try to we try to we try to clear out the clutter. How are you doing today? How are you doing? And now this for the moment, this is a digital space, and of course we come together periodically in person and do these pop-up in-person events. So excited to let you know about the next one that we have coming up. But by and large, we are coming by and large we are coming together in a digital space, and so this requires you really tapping into the energy that you feel even while you're looking at the screen. How are you doing? How are you feeling in life right now? How are you doing? Let's take a moment to self-assess the things that have been challenging us, the things that have been causing us discomfort, the places and the people. Or maybe things are going well. Maybe things, good news is coming in. Maybe you've just gotten a promotion. Maybe you've just gotten engaged. How are you doing? Let's take a moment to self-assess where we are, because whether it's good or bad, that's going to determine, how we really approach this space. How are you doing? Yeah. How do you feel, watch this, about the tribe that you have right now? And that's not a part of this that we want to dig deep into in this moment, but I think sometimes it's fair for us to take a moment to pull over and assess the circle that we have. So many times the circle that we have really dictates the our ability to fulfill our potential. Who we're doing this with, who we're doing it around, and hopefully as this space continues to grow, you'll see that this is a space, this is a circle that pours into you, that feeds your spirit, and that feeds your mental, and that feeds you with community, with love and support. And so hopefully this is a space that you can look to, that feeds into you. But how do you feel about those around you right now? How are they doing? Let's give them a grade. How supported do we feel in this moment, in this space right now? Yeah. Let's take one last moment to make sure that we've cast aside everything that's going on that would keep us from being able to really lock into the questions that we're about to ask ourselves. Because we are pursuing an awakening in our lives. And one of the ways that you'll feel this awakening is by knowing that your life isn't over. It's by seeing yourself in a journey, on a journey, where it may be the end, it may not be the end. I think that's the part for so many of us that we don't walk around knowing is that we are in at all times control of our own story, of our own destiny. We decide if this is the end. We decide if we continue on. And I really, really want to encourage you and remind you that knowing it's not over is a matter of understanding that you're in control of your story. It's not over if you say it's not over. And I think that's really the beginning phase of us pursuing what we know our passion and our purpose to be. And we face a challenge because where we are and where we see ourselves, it's just it's like it's like they're two different worlds, right? And so as we continue to pursue the purpose that we feel inside of us, we face the challenges that life can bring. And at some point in our lives, we are convinced that maybe the dream or the vision that I was given is just that. It's just a dream. It's something that is not realistic for me. But this is my word for you this morning. It's not over. It's not over. You still got what you need to pursue your purpose. You still have what you need in order to fulfill the vision that you have. But the thing that you've lost is this idea that you should still be on the journey. You got to pick that purpose back up. You know what I found at this stage in my life is that that pursuing this type of purpose, and when I say this type of purpose, I say it in that way because my purpose is different than your purpose. But pursuing what we know our purpose to be, sometimes it's above and beyond our career. Sometimes it's above and beyond what life would ask us to do on a normal day. But we know it to be the thing that really gives us a reason for being here. If we stop pursuing that, then that's what makes our life feel empty. And so sometimes we have life, we have marriage, we have family responsibilities, career, and then we have a purpose. We have a vision, we have that passion, desire. That's more so what I'm speaking about. And maybe it's not over for you means that you need to pick back up your career. You need to pick back up your family, right? You need to pick back up those, necessity type things in your life. But maybe I'm also speaking to someone who has let their purpose and their passion go. And if I may be transparent, that's who I'm speaking to. And if it applies to a different area in your life and you feel encouraged by what I'm saying, then so be it. But what I'm saying is that you've let your purpose and your passion go. And your life has become monotonous because you're just doing your job. You're just being a wife. And you have let go of the things. You're just being a husband. You've let go of the things that give you purpose. So many people have fallen into that trap. For those of us who have been blessed to have a wife, have a husband, a significant other, a family, a career. For those of us who have been blessed to get to that place, that's not fulfilling unless the career is something that unless it's an endeavor that is a purpose or a passion of yours. Some of us have been given the blessing to pursue their purpose as a career. Then God is good, right? But many of us are working a career to sustain ourselves, and then we still have this vision or this purpose or this passion that burns inside of us. And because of the challenges that we have faced in this recent season, we've decided to put our purpose and our passions down. And when we put our purpose and our passion down, there's something that isn't right within us. We can't find fulfillment. We can't find happiness. We can't find that sense of peace because we've let go of the things that really make us who we are. Like, we've all been placed here to make some type of impact. And maybe one of the reasons that you've kind of spiraled into this feeling of monotony, or this feeling of anxiety, or this feeling of depression, or this feeling like you don't know what's next or what you should be doing, is because you put down the very things that give you purpose. Some of us have been writing a book for the last 10 years. And for whatever reason, we've decided to stop journaling. We need to pick that back up. You've got a story to tell. You've got something that needs to be shared with the world. You've got to pick your purpose back up. Some of us have talents or businesses that we want to start. Now, yes, we've got a great career, but maybe you're like myself, coming from the financial industry, where you can work, and at the end of the day, you're only making money for someone else's bank, for someone else's institution. What about your purpose? What about your passion? Listen, you put that down, and I'm telling you that a part of the reason that you feel more anxious as of late, the part of the reason that you feel less than who you should be, is because you put down the purpose and the passion that you should be pursuing because of the challenges that come in life. But I want to encourage you that it's not over. Here is a moment. Here is an opportunity. Here is an encouraging word to remind you that pursuing your purpose is the thing that fulfills life. It's sometimes we think it's achieving the goal, but as we get on the journey, we really see that it's the journey itself that gives us purpose. I want you to pick it up. I want you to get back to being who you are. I want you to feel the feeling that pursuing your purpose gives. You remember what it feels like to pursue your dreams, your purpose unapologetically. Not at the expense of your family, not at the expense of your career. But we've gotten ourselves to a space in life where we can do it both. We can decide to pursue our career until we're blue in the face, or we can maintain our career and also feed the things that give us purpose, that make us know without a shadow of a doubt that we're putting something meaningful back into the world. You want to put something meaningful back into the world. And if you can do that by doing your career, then that's a blessing. And that's where all of us want to be, is pursuing our purpose while working in our career. But there are a lot of everyday people that have not had the benefit of making those two things the same. So I want to remind you that in a world where they can't be one and the same, don't forget to pursue your purpose. Don't forget to pursue the passion that you know has been placed in your heart. Don't forget to do the things that you feel put something back into the world. That's kind of what we're here to do, is put something back into the world that makes it a better place. And really, the process of creating whatever it takes to contribute to society is the process that refines you, is the process that makes you feel like you've done something worthwhile, is the process that makes you okay with how you turn out and with how you see yourself, right? You want to be able to live with yourself. And I think a lot of times, and I'm just kind of speaking from experience, I don't know your personal story, but I think a lot of times we have decided to pursue what society says we should be pursuing, and we've let go of our purpose and our passion. And when we do that, there's this emptiness that takes place inside of us. And I'm saying that a large part of the awakening that you can and that you should be experiencing in your life is simply a matter of doing the things that feed you as you feed society. They're one and the same. They really are. They really are. Because what you want to do is get yourself to a mental space, to a spiritual space that that as you create things for others, as you put things out into the world, as you tell your story, as you share your gift with your community, be it big or small, that's the thing that fulfills you. That's the thing that reminds you that you're holding up good space here. This space is being used for something good. This space that you occupy, the timelines that you touch, the people that you see whenever you do go out into the world. Feeding them, putting something back into society, being a light for your community is fulfillment. And we're praying and we're hoping that these types of communities are the things that remind you of that. That remind you you're on the right path. That we have challenges, we have ups and we have downs. But you get to determine whether your story's over or not. And I'm encouraging you today. I'm giving you this energy. I'm giving you this encouraging word. It's not over. It's not over. You've got a time. You've got an opportunity to pick your purpose and to pick your passion back up and pursue something that makes the world a better place. We'll see you next time. So much. Thank you so much for joining us for The Awakening. Our in-person times together are a little bit more elaborate, and we're looking forward to seeing you again in person. But I wanted to share that with you. It's not over. You're on a wonderful journey, and you are a pivotal part of the community that we all need. Yeah. What you bring to the community, what you bring to society, your story, your art, your vision is what we need to be a better place. We'll see you next time.